Hey, what's going on? Okay, well, first off, let me state what today is. I already know what it is. It's November 10th. Boom. I know I've been messing up these past couple of days, not knowing what day it is or what day it is, and I'm behind within time, and I'm just all over the place. But I wanted to express a few things that has been going on with me. If people are worried and want to know what's going on. Well, these past few days I haven't been feeling well. I don't know if you can tell within my face. Um, I really haven't. It's been a difficult week and a half. First off, starting with, well, is it a week and a half? No, it's gonna be a week Friday since starting my new medication, and it's been difficult. Feeling sick, um, having headaches, now developing other problems within my body. It's difficult at times, and I know that I have to get used to the medication, but then again, I don't have to keep suffering as well. So I'm gonna try another week and see how this works because I'm not feeling myself. I'm feeling worse than how I was feeling, before. So I'm gonna give it another week and do blood work and see how my numbers are. Have my CD4 climbed, and if I'm still undetectable, and just take it from there. But I really haven't been feeling well, and it's been difficult to get up some mornings to go to work. It's been difficult to just talk to people, work around people, and it's not as easy as people would think it is. And some people have voiced their opinions about um, you make it seem as though it's easy to live with HIV or to live with other things. And you could make it easy and you could make it bad. And I choose to make it as comfortable as possible without having to go down the bad road because I know people are looking up to me and I know people are, um, they need someone to talk to and look up to. And, when you kind of hide your feelings to please others, it starts to affect you in many, many ways. You feel as though you don't have a voice, that you just have to sit there and take what people tell you about you, and you can't express how you feel in certain situations. Yes, I know I put myself in places where I shouldn't put myself in, but when you feel as though that you need to do it, that you have to do it, it's hard to make a turnaround. But down through the years, I've seemed to manage to make a turnaround with certain things. But there's a constant reminder each and every day of your mistake, of your problem. One, HIV on top of my list is a constant reminder. Taking medications, um, going to doctor's appointments, waking up in the morning, feeling sick. You want to go out during the weekends and you're not feeling well. You're not feeling yourself. You can't party like you used to. It's just so many things that change within you. It's hard to cope. That's why some people talk to therapists, or they go to groups, or they just talk to someone who they feel comfortable talking to. But what if you don't have anybody that you feel comfortable talking to? What are you going to do in that situation? And how are you going to work your way around it? You have to think of these other options that you can work around and hopefully solve. If you don't feel like talking to a friend, or if you don't feel like talking to a family member, talk to someone who don't even know you. As long as you have someone who's listening to you, can make you feel much better. Instead of just someone just having a deaf ear to you, and whatever you're being said is being reflected right back at you in a bad way, and makes you, excuse me for my word, make you feel shittier. That's not even a word, I don't think. But makes you feel even lower to the ground that you're already at. You know, your nose is basically touching the ground that people constantly walk on. You feeling as though someone's foot is in your back, and you just can't say nothing. You just gotta take all that mess. And I refuse to do it. I'm not the Tim that people know me as years ago. That's taken some time, and that's taken some lessons for me to make a turnaround and voice my opinions and talk about how I feel, and not just take other people's feelings and, you know, significant others' feelings on you. And, you know, it, all in all, it's just a constant thing that people just need to learn and need to make a turnaround with, because it could kill you. It could make you sick. It can do things to you. And I refuse to sit down and let someone torment me or put me down. You know, just put me down. And right now I'm flustered with words. I'm trying to keep the tears back. I'm trying to stay positive. Not, well, not HIV positive, but we know there's no cure to that. But being positive minded, being, you know, knowing that a change is going to come one day, that I'm not the only one who's going through it. You know, I shouldn't have to feel as though that I have to keep my feelings inside. That if I do talk, I'm being looked as though I'm the victim all the time. That's what has been told to me many, many times. That's why I hush. That's why I don't say nothing, and that's why I just keep on going and striving. But there's some times where it gets so overwhelming, and you just don't know where to turn to. Who can you talk to? I'd rather post a video or post a posting on Facebook and call it a day. You know, everybody reads your stuff. You know, everybody reads your business. So, what is it different than talking to somebody who's going to not take you serious? You know, it's all about them. They on top of here, and you at the bottom. You know, they make you feel as though, well, I'm on top of you, and you can't do nothing about it. And if you do say something or do something about it, then you're going to be reprimanded, or you're going to lose something. It's not fair in certain situations. And I know I'm all over the board, I'm all over the place, but this is like 2 weeks worth of shit that I've been going through. 2 weeks worth, and probably even more. But this is like the recent stuff that I have been going through. And I'm just getting to a breaking point where I am going to flip out. I'm going to flip out. And something has to give in order to let have. And it's difficult. It's difficult. People think that living with HIV is easy, and it's not. And as I said before in my many, many videos, and as I said earlier, it's not as easy as people would think. And especially if a person who is HIV negative telling you, oh, it's easy, get over it, take your medicine, do this and do that, you're going to look at that person and be like, okay, let me see how you feel. Give me a needle. Give me something. You want some? You want to see how it feels? But you don't want to go that route. You don't want to do that. And I've heard stories that people have really done that. I'm going through this. You don't understand, so I'm going to stick with you unprotected. I'm going to give you this on purpose. I'm going to do whatever so you can feel how I'm feeling. That's not the way to go. I don't care how much of education that you have behind HIV. I don't care if you have a master's or doctor's degree behind HIV and AIDS. You're still not going to understand what it's like living with it each and every day, taking medications, seeing a doctor, having blood work done, feeling sick, and trying to cover up everything. And excuse me if I'm saying something wrong, but some people need to understand that this is something that people go through. You know, you're already going through things, but when you have a big load on you, it pushes everything out even more. It pushes your emotions everywhere. And it sometimes pushes you lower to the ground, push you lower to wherever. So people just have to understand that you have your good days and you have your bad days. But you're more than likely to have your bad days when dealing with something. It's going to take time for you to come around to know that this is something that you can live with and this is something that you can manage. But until then, you know, who's going to know? But more than likely, I'll be doing a part 2 to this because I'm going into 12 minutes almost. So just stay tuned for part 2.